Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 kid-friendly, very affordable dinner recipes that you can get from Aldi. For the first meal, we're going to be doing some frozen bag of meatballs with a jar of spaghetti sauce. Put that together in a pot, mix it up, and set a timer for 25 minutes. That is all you have to do. After 25 minutes, the meatballs will be nice and cooked. I love these sub rolls from Aldi, so I went ahead and I popped those in the air fryer for about like 3 to 4 minutes at 400 every time I use them. It gets them nice and crispy, and then just put the salad on their plates. Salad's a really good side for us, especially now that the girls actually will eat it. They used to not even want to try it, so it's been nice being able to actually get salad and like finish the entire bag without it going bad. I would have liked to have shredded mozzarella, but we forgot to get that, so I just used some Parmesan. I cut up some strawberries for the older girls and then an apple pouch for my youngest because she will not eat fruit. And yeah, this was a very quick, easy, cheap, but delicious dinner. This next meal I talk about all the time. It's so easy and delicious. It is Asian flavored, either ground chicken, a ground turkey, ground beef, ground pork, whatever the heck you want to use. I usually use ground chicken. You need some sesame seed oil, soy sauce, ginger. I use the squeezy kind, whatever rice you like, but jasmine is the best in my opinion. A coleslaw bag, some hoisin sauce, and some rice wine vinegar, and of course garlic and onions. So I started with just cutting up the onion and the garlic. And then all you have to do for this, you need a pan and a pot. Obviously the pot is for the rice to cook. I'm sure everyone knows how to cook rice. I do wash my rice now, you guys, and it definitely is a game changer. Washing my rice and only eating jasmine rice has been a game changer for me. Anyways, you just put the meat in the pan and get that browned. Here is a little hack for you for draining the grease out of your meat or whatever the heck you're cooking. Take aluminum foil and line a small bowl with it, and then just pour the grease in there. When I do it this way, I can just wrap it up once it's cooled down. I don't have to wait for it to harden. I can just wrap it up, and I know that it will stay in the aluminum foil, and then it can harden in the garbage can. This is the easiest way I have found to get rid of grease. Once the meat is almost brown, I add in the onion, the coleslaw mix, and all of the sauces. And honestly, I just measure with my heart here because I've made this so many times, but I will have the exact measurements and the recipes in the description, of course. And then I add in the garlic right at the end, and then I just cook that for a little bit longer. That is all you have to do. You could also add egg to this. I've actually been thinking about adding like scrambled eggs to it as well because I feel like that would taste really good. So just put the rice in a bowl, top it with the meat. You can add green onion, sriracha, any toppings that you want. It is so good. It's so healthy, and it's really quick and easy to make and very affordable as well. This one is super kid friendly. It's a casserole. All you need is chicken breast, white egg noodles, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, sour cream, and some crackers. You can also add a frozen bag of peas or like mixed veggies, but my kids will not eat it if I do that, so I make it how I know they will eat it. I know I'm not the only one who cuts any visible piece of fat or any strange suspicious piece off of chicken. I waste so much chicken when I do this, but I truly don't care because I cannot eat it if I do not cut these pieces off. So I just used 2 big chicken breasts for this, and then I cut them in half. I boiled some water for both the chicken and then the noodles. The recipe that I follow says to poach the chicken, so that is what I do. It normally takes about like 12 to 15 minutes. These were bigger pieces of chicken though, so it did take about 15 minutes for these to fully cook. Egg noodles only take about 6 minutes to cook, and then once that chicken was done, I cut it, of course, to make sure it was cooked. I have a fear of raw chicken and raw meat and like contamination and all that. Don't even get me started on it. But I ended up only using one of the big chicken breast. I decided to save the other one to make chicken salad with. So I just cut those up into small enough pieces. You need a 9x13 casserole dish for this. And sorry, it was either you look at my dirty dishes in the sink to the right or you look at the almost rotten bananas to the left. So I chose the bananas for you guys. I felt like that was a little bit better. Also, the Miralax in the background, I'm just like cracking up because I'm not the type of person to just like move stuff out of the way for it to be aesthetically pleasing. So this is what you get here at my channel. And also, this recipe really doesn't look good once you're mixing everything together. It actually looks trifling, but trust me, it's so so good once it's cooked. I think I added some paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper in there, and then you just melt an entire stick of butter and take a sleeve of those crackers and just crunch them up. This is really to your preference because it's just the crunchy topping. So mix that together with the butter, and then you have your topping. You can put that all over the top of the casserole, spread it out evenly, and then this goes in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes. And when you take it out, it's so perfect. The crispy, crunchy cracker top is so freaking good in this. It really doesn't look that appetizing, but it's seriously so good. This is a new soup recipe that I tried. It is creamy chicken tortellini soup. So good. It's definitely going to be a staple. You need some shredded chicken. You can shred it yourself, but I just bought the pre-shredded one to make it easier. Some cheese tortellini, carrots, celery, onion, heavy cream, Parmesan cheese, flour, chicken broth, and some spinach. Oh, and some garlic too. I always forget to say garlic because I add it to literally everything that I cook. So I was just chopping everything up. I ended up making this soup on the perfect day. Patrick had actually gotten his wisdom teeth taken out this day, and so I wanted to make something that he would be able to eat, and this has ended up being his favorite soup that I've ever made. He actually asked me to make it again because he is still kind of recovering, and so I have made it twice, and we both love it. It's really good. It's very similar to chicken gnocchi. It's just a little bit different because it's tortellini. As with every other soup, just add some oil, butter to the pot and the veggies. Let those cook for a few minutes, then add the garlic, and then I added the flour in slowly and just mixed that in. Once that was all mixed in good, I added in the chicken broth, and then I just put the seasonings in. I can't remember exactly what they were, but like I said, I'll have everything listed in the description. I added in the heavy cream, the Parmesan cheese, and I let that simmer for about 10 minutes, and then once that simmered, I added in the chicken, the tortellini, and the spinach. I had a frozen bag of spinach that I used, but oh my gosh, this was so delicious. And this is definitely going to be a staple soup in our house now. This next one is another new recipe I tried. It's creamy Italian sausage pasta. So you need some Italian ground mild sausage, penne pasta, heavy cream, onion, garlic, red pepper flakes, spinach, and Parmesan cheese. This actually turned out so good. It's definitely going to be a staple pasta. So I started boiling some water for the pasta, and then I cut up the onion and the garlic and just drizzled some olive oil in another pan to cook the sausage. My sausage was frozen because this was an end of the week meal and the meat was going to go bad, so I had to throw it in the freezer. So I put the stove on low and kind of just let it thaw out a little bit. Once the meat was thawed out and started actually cooking, I added in the red pepper flakes, the onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and then once the water was boiling, I poured the pasta in, and I realized I did not have enough heavy cream for this, so I added in milk. That was my last minute decision. It was the only thing I had, and it ended up being a little bit too watery. So to fix this problem, I added in some flour. I slowly whisked in some flour, and this actually worked. It made it into the perfect consistency that I wanted it. I added the spinach, which I didn't have a lot. Once again, this was the end of a week meal. We had run out of a lot of the things that I needed for this recipe. I also added some paprika. Look at that catch. I'm going to replay it again. Yeah, it slipped out of my hands twice, and I caught it twice, but I just felt like it needed this. And then I also added in a little bit of water because it started to get thick again. I think I put too much flour, but anyways, it ended up being perfect. Obviously, I kind of changed the recipe around a little bit, but nonetheless, it was so good, and I'm definitely going to be trying this again. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.